I just remember breaking it and putting it into the bin, the bathroom bin. I was just
In
like, I need
denial.
to go. I was in denial. I
denial.
couldn't believe it.
What is it with the second child? This sounds awful.
Couldn't
Out my
believe
mouth.
it.
What is it with the second child? It's not planned.
It's not planned. It was
First
Ellie
child's always
wasn't planned.
Second isn't.
Yeah, Zayn was planned. He was planned. Ellie, complete surprise. And I just remember taking a long walk to Asda. So I didn't even go downstairs to the co-op. I walked to Asda with Zayn in the pram, hoping that he would fall asleep, and he did. And I was just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I went and got myself a clear blue. And came back, yeah, and instantly, no word of a lie, it came up pregnant straight away. I didn't have to wait. It was less than a minute. It came up pregnant straight away, and it was just had like the clock like flashing, letting me know how far along I was. That's what took the longest. The pregnancy was just confirmed instantly, and it said for 3+ weeks or 4+ weeks. So I was just like, what? So am I like
1 to 2 weeks? It was like way past.
Yes, I was like, when I was reading like the leaflet, it was saying that roughly I could be anything from 6 onwards, and I was just like, all right, well, I need to book an appointment with my GP, and I couldn't even remember when I had my last cycle because I was so busy looking after Zayn, looking after my home, my partner, returning to work, and I did actually create Motivational Mums Club when Zayn was born. So I had all these things going on. So to the point where I forgot about me, about my cycle. So I said to the GP,
Forgot about you. You're like they were pregnant.
I did. And I said to my GP so honestly that, look, I cannot remember. And he said, give me a rough estimate. So I said, okay, we're in December. Probably like November? That's what I was trying to say. Probably a month, November, October. So he said, look, it could be dangerous, not in a bad way, but dangerous enough that they need to know how far along I am, because do I need my first scan? Take bloods, all these checks. So that's why he said it could be dangerous. They've already potentially missed out on so much within probably the first trimester. Wow. So he has to refer me to the early pregnancy ward for a scan. And that was all within a week. So can you imagine finding out you're pregnant, going to your GP is telling you
again.
Sorry?
Doing it all over again.
Yeah. All over again. So I just remember laying on the table, the bed I should say, and I was looking up and they had all these pretty like images, and I was just like, oh. And Bummy was holding Zayn, and Zayn was already moaning. Probably he was hungry, and I was just like, is this a joke? Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I was just like, is this an absolute joke? Am I doing this right now? It's just not the right time for me. But little did I know, me thinking like that, my mental health was already deteriorating.
He wasn't even aware.
But I wasn't aware. And I just remember, the midwife, like literally doing the scan, and I heard Eliana's heartbeat, and I was just like, oh. But then also I'm just like, oh my God.
In 2 minds of the whole situation.
Yeah, oh my God, what am I doing? And she was like, yep, everything's fine, doing her measurements. And they're so like,
just getting on with it.
Yeah, getting on with measurements, clicking away, like click, like smiling. So you right? You okay, Mum? Yeah. And I'm hearing saying, and Bummy's like, where's his bottle? And I'm just like, underneath the pram. Oh. And she said, well, you're 12 weeks pregnant.
Oh my God.
What? That's my first trimester practically done. So basically, the scan that she was doing was my first scan.
God, that's really far in.
And I just remember Bummy being so happy, like jumping with Zayn in his arms. And I was just like, I can't believe I'm 12 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I cannot believe I'm 12 weeks pregnant. Yeah. So from me finding all of that out in a week, and then within a couple of months, I'm seeing a bump. It was so much. And then I went back to work only for 4 months. And I had to go off again.
What can you do? It was 12 weeks. It wasn't even... There was no time or discussion to be had. It was happening, and first trimester was done.
Yeah. And it goes back to what I was saying. My point is that mental health is the center of everything, and this is why we created A Woman's Journey.
Absolutely. But it's funny, going back to the alcohol, That's how I knew I was pregnant as well. So I remember it clear as day.
You're joking.
My friend, she's a makeup and hair artist, and I was like, do you know what's my wedding anniversary? And I've got Corinthia booked where we got married. We're going to go spend the night. I want to look whack on the makeup girl.
Obviously.
It was a really hot day, and she was doing my makeup, and I kept sweating. You know, like these points when I'm like, I don't really sweat there. Like, and she was going, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Is it really hot today?"
Really hot?
And she was like, "No, it is hot, but you're like
quite
sweating."
hot.
Still oblivious. Sitting there, she's doing my hair. She's like curling it, and because it was so hot, again, I was just like, not feeling this. I just want to get off the chair and just run out and get a bottle of cold water and just go home and lie down.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, stop being boring. It's your wedding anniversary. We've got loads booked for the day.
Yeah.
Just sit in the chair and let her glam you up.
Yeah.
Sat there. I'm not joking. She was putting on makeup and it was just like melting. It was just really pointless. So that's where it started. Got ready. Got home. Simon's got all like flowers and his cards. And I'm just like, thanks, babe. Like, just not with it
feeling
at all.
it. I'm not feeling it. Yeah.
Like, our case were packed. We're staying the night. So I was super excited. Just get to the hotel and like we're loving the rooms. I'm just like, all I want to do is just dive in that bed. And that's not like me. I'm like, I love spending time with Simon. Like, it's like alone time is like my hobby. It just lifts me up, and it's the only thing I really look forward to. And I just remember walking in the room, and he was like, "Right, what we're doing? Should we chill a little bit, or do you want to go and grab?" But I was like, "No, let's chill a little bit." Cut long story short, we got to dinner time, so we went downstairs and had something to eat downstairs, and the hotel sent us over a bottle of champagne. Simon already ordered us one. I had a couple of sips of what Simon ordered me, and I was like, and I can finish a drink. I remember having a couple of sips. Oh, if you
blow
know
my
me, you know.
molds.
And then I'm having a couple of sips, and I just kind of ignored the drink, and I just carried on eating. So I was like, "You're not going to finish your drink?" And I was like, "No, I'm just taking it slow. We've got the whole night." And he's like, "Oh, they've sent us over a bottle of champagne." So now I'm mixing my drinks, because now I've got a bottle of champagne sitting there and the one that Simon ordered, but I don't know what it was. And I had a couple of sips of champagne, and I was like,
Champagne's the bubbles.
Still didn't finish my glass. And Simon was like, "This is now the second glass you're not finishing." I was like, "I think I'm just tired." And he was like, "Okay, it's just not like you." I was like, "No, I know." Then had our meal, had a few sips, went to the bar just to get another drink, because all we'd do is drink before we had children, alcoholics. And he ordered another drink, and I'm not joking, I had 2 sips. And I was like, I've literally not even had a glass between all the sips. Like, and before that, I had nothing to wear because the outfit that I brought for the day didn't fit me. If that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. It was snug, and I said to Simon, "It doesn't fit." And he's like, "What?" I went and I got my size. I don't know why it don't fit. And he was like, "Don't stress. Let's go to London a bit earlier and we'll grab you an outfit."
And you still didn't realise.
Sweating, not fitting into my clothes, can't drink. I mean, if they ain't the signs, I don't know what is. Went and got an outfit. Now I fit into my outfit, still sweating and feeling gross. Still not finishing my drink.
Still not really in the mood.
Still just oblivious. Get to the room, and someone's like, "Shall I open a bottle?" And I just went, "Really boring, but I really just want to sleep. This is our wedding anniversary, celebrating like the first year." I think then I was like, I don't want to talk about tests and stuff tonight. I want to enjoy myself. But I was so tired. It was really hot. I was beat. I was tired from the sun. Pregnant, didn't know. Drinking, I'm now making it worse. I was tired. I had to lie down.
You know when you drink alcohol, I don't know about you, but it makes me even twice as hot. So imagine you're already feeling hot, and then you're drinking as well.
It was
August.
my Lord. Our wedding anniversary is 11th of August, so it is hot now. We're talking hot, let alone being pregnant and drinking on top. And I think I had an idea, but I think where I just had so many issues prior to getting pregnant, I was like, just putting on weight. Yeah, you need to just stop eating your pies. So, cut long story short, I think that was like on a Friday or something. I can't remember the dates, but I remember very clearly it being a Sunday. I was sitting on the sofa and I felt really moody. I was just in a mood. I was just moody, Judy. He was saying things. I was like, "Yeah," and I was really snappy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Like, do you want a drink? I'm like, yeah. I was really off. as a person. I think I was just like, hormones were just flying out of
Oh
me.
my gosh. How was Simon? Bless him.
Poor Simon. So I said to him, Si, like, yeah, I was like, I haven't come on. And he was like, okay, but you're always late. I said, no, you're right. But I think I'm like really late. He's like, okay. And I'm like, I've got a pregnancy test. I'm going to do it. And you're going to go in and you're going to tell me the results. He was like, okay, you sure? I was like, yeah. Did it. Again, I've done so many pregnancy tests. So I was just like, oh, whatever at this point. But I was like, did feel a bit different. So anyway, done the test. I sat back on the sofa, I almost forgot about it. Does that sound bad? But I did. Carried on watching telly. Simon walks in. He walks towards me and he's just like nodding his head like, no. And I was just like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. And he was just like, you're pregnant? Oh my God, I'm getting emotional.
Oh.
And I was like, what? He was like, you're pregnant. I was like, what? And we obviously were screaming, getting emotional talking about it.
Oh,
I haven't spoken about it since so long.
Oh.
My makeup!
Please don't. Please don't.
Right, so then, yeah, we just, I was pregnant, man. And I just remember the exact moment. And the first thing I said is, I need to tell my mum.
Oh, bless.
Because we're so close as a family. Like,
You
forget the 3
aren't.
months when it comes to my mum, my sister. I was like, Mum, are you home? She's like, yeah, I'm home. I was like, oh, I'm popping round. She's like, okay, I'll see you soon. So I remember putting the pregnancy test in a box or something for her to open. I'd done something. And yeah, told her, and I told my sister, I was like, B, you around? She's like, yeah, we're just out like shopping. I was like, oh, I'm at mum's, gonna pass through. She went, oh, I wasn't gonna. I was like, no, like pass through. Like, we're here with Simon. I'm not gonna stay long. Like, pass through. Ended up doing the same to her, and we just all were just. I just remember just feeling so. It just felt like it was right, and I knew it was gonna be like the one. God, it just feels really alien talking about it. The science here running around living her best life.
This is it.
And the
Literally
builder,
living their best life.
Living their best.
Rent free,
life.
mortgage free, bill free, everything is done
Tearing
for
up the
them.
house.
I'm telling you.
Like she owns it. Madam.
We work for them.
Honestly, now
Yeah.
she can walk. It's a whole new level. A whole new level, Siam walking.
Did you have to think about that?
I had to think about that because
wait,
I
whoa.
should be a size 6. The match she makes me run around. But yeah, I mean, like, there's obviously such a long story into, like you said, going and getting it confirmed, the doctors and the hospitals, and there was a long journey with science, like health. I think they say this to a lot of my friends who've been pregnant, they say this to everyone, but she's not growing. She's not growing. So then I was in hospital every other day up until Cyan came. Can you only imagine?
Yeah, I remember you had a
Who's got
lot
time
of
for that? And it was during
problems.
COVID. I was just like, it was just too much. As a first time mum to experience that, it just felt so, it was tearing away the funness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I need to go to hospital, and he's like, again, I'm like, yeah, no, they want me. No, babe, they said, can we come in the next hour? He's like, oh, okay. It was really intense. It just took over our life. Her stomach isn't growing, her legs ain't growing, this ain't growing, that growing. You know, we need to get her out earlier. Oh my God, you need to think about, you know, you're gonna have a C-section. I was like, oh, guys, like,
Hold up.
let's just all just take a deep breath here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to have the C-section. How early are we talking? 37 weeks. Oh my God, she's not even developed. My poor baby. But
That's where.
that's another conversation. The C-section journey, I think, needs its own little half an hour slot
Yes.
because, mate,
I think that's a nice way to end our first episode.
I think so. Hold that thought.
To be continued.
To be continued.
C-section, episode 2.